This is your Adventist News, a service of the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. I'm Bridget Bastian. In this week's broadcast, 8 Weeks to Wellness begins in the conference and the Educators Association is revived. These stories and more on this week's Adventist News. The 2025 8 Weeks to Wellness program began on Monday, March 3rd, with an opening ceremony at the Hillview Seventh-day Adventist Church. This year, the program aims to empower participants with knowledge and practical strategies to combat diabetes through a holistic approach to health and wellness. This initiative by the Health Ministries Department of our conference is also a collaborative effort involving multiple organizations, including the Bahamas Diabetes Association, Adventist Laymen's Services and Industries, and the Adventist Health Professionals Association. Also present at the opening ceremony was Dr. Frank Janus, the Health Ministries Director of the Inter-American Division, who addressed the issue of diabetes in the region. Dr. Janus emphasized the critical need for education and proactive management of diabetes, which is the fifth leading cause of death in the Bahamas.
God is still in the business of healing people. This is the question that we are asking because we are here. What we see around us is suffering, is diseases, is despair. 8 weeks. I don't know for you, but for some people it might appear to be a long journey. It's not necessarily that long, but let's be sure that if we look at from this lens that God is with us, we can actually do and have this journey being, joyful.
The first presenter of the program was Dr. Dion Dames Alec, who provided an introductory overview of diabetes and its effects on the body. Dr. Alec also reminded those present of the importance of making healthy lifestyle changes.
Remember, there are some things that we may not be able to change, which is our family history. We might not be able to change our race. We definitely can't change our age, but if you're like me, I've been at a certain age in a holding pattern indefinitely. And then, of course, you can't, your history in terms of gestational diabetes, those are things you cannot change. But there's plenty of things that we can change. We can change how we move. We can change our weight, and yes, we can. We can decide to make deliberate choices about what we eat.
During the 8 Weeks to Wellness program, participants will engage in various health activities, including interactive sessions, fun run walks, and educational workshops. The program will conclude on April 14th with a closing ceremony that will include testimonies from the participants. On Sunday, February 23rd, educators from across the South Bahamas Conference gathered at Bahamas Academy for the highly anticipated relaunch of the Adventist Educators Association. The event, held at 2 p.m., marked a significant moment for local educators, promising a renewed focus on support, collaboration, and inspiration. The relaunch began with a powerful devotion delivered by Mrs. Latoya Burrows, a veteran educator with 24 years of dedicated service within the government school system. Inspired by the biblical story of Benaiah in 2 Samuel 23:20, she urged her fellow educators to embody Benaiah's courage and dedication. Her message resonated deeply with the attendees, reminding them of their profound impact on their students' lives. Following the devotion, a heartfelt prayer was rendered, focusing not only on the success of the association, but also offering individual support and encouragement to each educator present. The educators also participated in an interactive game designed to foster connection and understanding. This was followed by a unique session where each attendee shared personal insights, allowing for deeper bonds to be formed. Juliet Sands, Education Director, South Bahamas Conference, expressed her gratitude to all who attended, emphasizing the importance of community and support within the education sector. She also extended a special thank you to Dr. Lavonda Smith, Principal of Bahamas Academy, for providing the venue, and to the dedicated planning committee. Ms. Josette Forbes, Mrs. Diane Jones, Mrs. Tamika Fox, and Ms. Karen Floragine. The next meeting is scheduled for March 9, 2025 at 3 p.m. at Bahamas Academy. Organizers are looking forward to welcoming all educators to continue this journey of collaboration and professional growth. On February 20th, Bahamas Academy was transformed into an underwater wonderland as the school hosted its annual literacy night under the theme, Night Under the Sea. The event brought together students, family, and teachers for an evening filled with stories, activities, and a celebration of the importance of reading. In her opening remarks, school principal LaVonda Smith shared the importance of literacy. She said, "Literacy is not just the ability to read words, it is about the ability to understand. It opens doors to knowledge, to self-expressions, and it provides the opportunity to transform lives." One of the highlights of the night was an engaging story session with guest reader Dasque, who captivated the students with the underwater-themed story. Additionally, the Bahamas National Trust provided the students with knowledge of the marine life of the Bahamas. They shared the importance of protecting the environment and our sea resources. As the night continued, the students went to various reading stations, each focusing on different aspects of literacy through stories, activities, and presentations. With the success of Literacy Night, Bahamas Academy plans to continue to foster an appreciation for literacy that will flourish in each student. When we come back, we'll have more on what's coming up in the South Bahamas Conference.
Did you know that on March 15, 2025, the South Bahamas Conference youth will be stepping boldly into the community to transform it, one act at a time? I'm Manasseh Sims, and Global Youth Day is more than just a day, it's a movement. We're going beyond the ordinary with powerful home visitations, heartfelt prayer walks, and life-changing tract distributions. The theme this year is ACT, a community transformed. And guess what? This transformation starts with us. Join our One Family, One Mission movement and witness the difference we can make when we stand together as disciples. So are you ready to be a part of a revolution of faith? Then join us and let's transform our community together. See you on Global Youth Day.
Welcome back to our Adventist News and coming up in the South Bahamas Conference. The Bethel Seventh-day Adventist Church is inviting all to their 2-week evangelistic series beginning March 8 to the 23rd every evening at 7 p.m. The presenter for this series will be Elder Medalis Sinus. The annual Global Youth Day will be held on March 15, 2025. The theme for this year is A Community Transformed. Contact your church's youth leader for more information on how you can be involved in the day's activities. The Women's Ministries Department invites all young ladies to a GEMS Day Out. The event will be held at the Good News Church under the theme True Beauty on March 16th beginning at 9 a.m. Contact your local women's ministry leader for more information on how you can attend this event. The men of our conference will attend a special men's convention at Camp Kalakwa from March 7 to 9. The theme of the convention, Stand in the Gap, will be hosted by the Florida Conference. Mission Refocus Weekend will be held on April 19th and 20th. Dr. Urton Kohler and Dr. Leonard Johnson, leaders from the General Conference and the Inter-American Division, will attend. The Children and Adolescent Ministries Department will host leadership training for children with ADHD, autism, and other intellectual disabilities. The training will be held at the Johnson Park Church on March 29th with guest presenters Viola Stewart, Pastor Arthur and Luz Angila. The training is open to all. CHAM is also organizing an outdoor challenge day for the adolescents of our conference. On April 27th at 9 a.m., parents and adolescents ages 10 to 15 will navigate 10 exciting checkpoints filled with physical challenges and clues leading to the finish line. Feel free to visit the South Bahamas Conference website at southbahamasconference.org to receive more information on all our upcoming conference events. There, you can also view a rebroadcast of our Adventist News Update, along with other programming from our cable channel, ATV 658, and read the weekly logos and the Adventist page from the Nassau Guardian.
Our ears do more than just help us with our sense of hearing. It also plays a major role in helping us with balance, standing still, walking, running, etc. If your sense of hearing decreases or is lost, the damage is most likely irreplaceable. Therefore, it is in your best interest to take good care of your ears. Here are a few tips that will help you to maintain your sense of hearing. Turn down the volume. According to studies, teens and adolescents have a higher risk of noise-induced ear damage compared to adults. This is because the volume is simply too high. To help with this issue, avoid extremely loud music at events, earphones that channel music directly into the ear canal, and take heed to the warning that pops up on your various devices reminding you to turn the volume down. Give your ears time to recover. If you are exposed to loud noises for a prolonged period of time, like at a concert, your ears need time to recover. If you can, step outside for 5 minutes every so often in order to let them rest. Researchers have found that your ears need an average of 16 hours of quiet to recover from one loud night out. Avoid using Q-tips. Ear wax plays a significant role in maintaining your sense of hearing. Its purpose is to trap harmful particles and dust to stop them from entering your ear canal. Using Q-tips in your ear can damage your eardrum if inserted too deeply. Also, while it may remove some of the wax from your ear, most of it is pushed into your ear and can block the path. Listen. It is extremely important that you pay keen attention to what you allow to enter your mind. Philippians 4:8 says, "Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report. If there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think of these things." This has been Tanya Nomafo with your health tip courtesy of Adventist Television. And remember, God wants us to prosper and be in good health.
Let's go now to the Adventist News Network with our news feature from around the world.
The Adventist Humanitarian Agency, ADRA, has empowered cocoa farmers in the Solomon Islands with specialized training to enhance production and meet high-quality market standards.
In December, ADRA hosted a 2-day cocoa awareness training in Tumpepe, northeast Guadalcanal, funded by ADRA Australia's Soul Cocoa Plus project, led by private cocoa consultant Robert Waisu. The training covered cocoa's global market role, site selection, and pruning techniques. A memorandum of understanding was signed to ensure ongoing support for local farmers. In January, ADRA expanded its efforts to Aroaro, central Guadalcanal, through the Soul Cocoa Livelihood Project. The training, requested by the community, taught pruning, grafting, and pest management to 45 farmers. ADRA Solomon Islands Country Director Lane Elazir Gantere urged farmers to apply their training, highlighting its long-term benefits. He said, "Take care of your cocoa, and it will take care of you." Farmers received essential materials, and community leaders praised the initiative as a first-of-its-kind opportunity. Through education and resources, ADRA continues to empower cocoa farmers, fostering sustainable growth and improved livelihoods.
Well, that's it for Adventist news from the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. To share what is happening at your church, please email your news, stories, and upcoming events to spcadventistnews@gmail.com. To view a rebroadcast of the Adventist news along with other programming and to keep in touch with what's happening at our conference, visit our website at southbahamasconference.org. The SBC Media Network's Facebook and Instagram pages are filled with lots of material from the Communications Department, so you would want to check those out. And remember to subscribe, like, follow, and share. You can watch and listen to programs from our radio station, Word SBC 88.3 FM, and our Adventist television channel, ATV 658. Get updates, insights, and first-hand information from the SBC Media Network as it happens. The programming from ATV 658 can also be viewed on the South Bahamas Conference YouTube channel, so feel free to watch a recap of our Adventist news. On behalf of our production team, it was our pleasure to bring you tonight's news update. I'm Bridget Bastian from the SBC Media Network. Have a happy Sabbath.